Have you ever watched a character and felt uncomfortably seen? Not inspired, not entertained, but exposed. Like they were living emotions you've never said out loud, like they were carrying parts of you thought no one noticed. The way they hesitate, the way they hold back, the quiet weight in their eyes, it's almost like they're whispering the truths you've buried deep inside yourself. That feeling isn't accidental, and it's the real reason we fall so deeply for certain characters. Not because of their beauty, their drama, or the plot twists that surround them. It's because they touch something fragile and unspoken within us. Something we recognize, even if we've spent years trying to ignore it. You don't love these characters because they're special. You love them because they feel familiar. Because somewhere in their silence, their hesitation, their emotional distance, they mirror the way you learned to protect yourself. They carry fears you thought only you had. They wrestle with doubts that echo in your own mind. Before we dive deeper, if stories like this make you feel something, like, share, and follow Inside to see more stories that actually matter. We tell ourselves we connect because of romance, because of chemistry, because of drama. But that's not the truth. We connect to characters who want love but don't trust it, who crave closeness but learned that vulnerability comes with consequences, who long for someone to see them fully but are terrified of what will happen if they finally are. These characters are mirrors, not just for one moment, they reflect the patterns we carry in our hearts every day. Take Ruby. She isn't compelling because she's strong. She's compelling because she had to become strong too early, because life demanded it of her, because she learned that the world only gives as much as you take. Ruby learned that wanting more meant risking disappointment. So she minimized herself, stayed quiet, stayed careful. She perfected the art of appearing composed, while inside she fought the constant tension between longing and fear. And when someone finally sees her, it doesn't feel romantic, it feels terrifying. Because being seen means risking everything she's built to stay safe. And if you've ever hidden your feelings for someone, if you've ever silenced your own heart to protect it, you know exactly what that fear feels like. If this is already hitting something personal, like, share, and follow Inside to help others finally put words to what they've been feeling too. Then there's Conrad, emotionally distant, withdrawn, always one step away from connection. Not because he doesn't feel, but because he feels too much. Every emotion hits him harder than it should. Every relationship carries the weight of past mistakes, unspoken expectations, and unhealed scars. He learned that love and loss are inseparable. So instead of risking attachment, he controls distance. He builds walls so high that even the people who care the most can barely touch him. And that's terrifyingly familiar to anyone who's ever protected their heart by staying just out of reach. We don't fall for him because he's mysterious. We fall because we recognize the fear underneath. The fear of being misunderstood. The fear of losing someone before they even get close. The fear that being loved fully might mean losing part of yourself. And then there's Marianne, open, emotionally exposed, but deeply convinced that love must hurt to be real. She believes that if she doesn't endure, she doesn't deserve. She believes that closeness comes with suffering, that being chosen requires self-erasure. Marianne reflects the part of us that has been conditioned to measure our worth by endurance. The part of us that thinks love is earned, never freely given. The part of us that sometimes asks silently, "Am I enough?" These characters come from different stories, different worlds, different genres, but emotionally they're the same. They all carry one core belief: I am too much or not enough to be loved easily. And that core belief shapes everything they do, the decisions they make, the moments they hold back, the walls they build, the choices they avoid. We don't just watch these characters, we project ourselves into them. Because many of us learned early on to stay quiet, to not ask, to not expect, to minimize our own needs so that the world wouldn't break us. And when we see someone on screen finally being chosen, finally being understood, it doesn't feel like fantasy, it feels like hope. A quiet, persistent hope that maybe, just maybe, someone else will see us in the same way. Not as broken, not as incomplete, but as someone fully human, fully worthy, fully alive. Our favourite characters don't show us who we should become. They reflect who we already are before we learned to hide it. Before we learned to bend, to adapt, to protect. And maybe that's why we keep watching. Because part of us is still hoping that someone will see us the way they were finally seen. Before we finish, if this resonated with you, like, share, and follow Inside to see more stories that actually matter. And tell me in the comments, which character did you relate to the most? Who made you see yourself in a way you hadn't admitted before? Thank you for watching. See you next time.